on to Wine Cellar Plus. This week I have the Howard Boyson Riesling. It is made by Howard Boyson. It is his very first vintage, 2010, and he makes it from a combination of vineyards from the Swartberg as well as
Where's the Swartberg?
The Swartberg is along the southern coast.
No, it's more Karoo.
Is that the south?
It's, yeah, but it's not on the coast. It's more Oudtshoorn, just above Oudtshoorn.
Well, it separates Oudtshoorn from the coast.
Okay.
So it's a divider.
But it's high.
Yes, it's very high. It's predominantly over 2,000 meters.
No, it's not that high. It's
That's what
1,000
it's saying
meters.
on Wikipedia.
That's wrong. It's 1,000 meters. Nowhere in the Western Cape is 2,000
That's
meters.
what Wikipedia says.
Wikipedia is wrong.
Oh, okay.
The vineyard's 1,000 meters. Maybe the mountains are 2,000 meters. There's no way.
Maybe the peaks of the mountains.
Peaks, yeah.
Alright. But I really like this wine. It's even though it's quite opulent on the nose, I really enjoyed the purity of the fruit that comes through. I always pick up a lot of sort of green figs and lime cordial, a little bit of coriander seeds.
It reminds me of the Eden Valley, Clare Valley Rieslings from Australia. Same sort of alcohol, same sugar, lovely purity, lovely acidity,
and fragrant.
Yeah,
fragrant and delicate. But on the palate, it's got such a lovely sappiness to it. It's really, really generous without being smothering at all.
And none of those horrible petrol notes that you get sometimes.
There's no typical petrol notes.
This is quite a big debate at the moment in the world of Riesling, the exciting world of Riesling. Should young Riesling have terpenol notes in it at a young age? And Michel Chaputia is very much against this, saying that it's a process of not tending to your vines correctly and not working the grapes correctly, and you get those terpen notes early on. And you'll find a lot of the warm climate Rieslings, especially from Stellenbosch, tend to have those terpene notes very early on. Whereas you can have 30-year-old Rieslings from the Mosel or from Alsace that don't have those terpene notes. So I think it's a function of where the wine is from and how it's made and how it's grown. And for me, Rieslings that don't have those overt terpenes certainly are high quality.
And the palate's beautiful. It's, as you said, nice and plush, very tropical, sort of like pineapples with lime juice. And the nose is slightly herbaceous, a bit of coriander, some green figs.
I would put my cork on a block and say this is the best Riesling in the country.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's very good and so versatile with food. All of our local traditional
all
dishes like bobotie, curry, sushi,
anything.
Goes very, and it retails from Wine Cellar at 124 rand a bottle. So it's accessible as well. By the pool as well.
Anyway. Wine Cellar Plus.
Cheers.
Cheers, Howard. My wine of the week, Tessa, is the Piche Noble Rouge from René Rostang from the 2008 vintage. It's a wine from the Coteau de Languedoc, which is quite a large region.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Coteau de Languedoc. Languedoc is a really big region in the south of France, and the Coteau means a hill with vines covering it. That's
okay,
a Coteau.
like a hairy vine-covered hill.
Something like that. Okay. And this is René Rostang's estate down in the Languedoc. He's as you know, a fine producer of Côte Rôtie, and he's fashioning out a white and a red in the Coteau de Languedoc called Piche Noble, and this is the 2008 Rouge, which is 70% Syrah, 15% Mourvèdre, 15% Grenache, and I think it's got that lovely Rostang stamp of elegance, delicacy, savouriness to it, but it's a little bit light, a bit more friendly than a Côte Rôtie. It doesn't quite have the tannin, the austerity,
serious sort of
seriousness. Yeah, it's 160 rand. His top end La Landon Côte Rôtie is 800, 900 rand. So definitely more on the low level, but deliciousness, 10 out of 10. What do you think?
Absolutely. It even has a bit of sort of a citrusy freshness on the palate, sort of that grapefruit acid mixed in with some red fruit.
Lovely biltong, savoury, salami sort of note, which adds a nice bit of complexity to it. 160 rand, I think it's a good deal. And
with a bit of game, it would be lovely.
It would be good with game.
Maybe some duck or.
I don't know if you can see, but it's quite light in colour. It's not densely.
I mean, if someone just had to ask me what it was blind, I would never say it was a Shiraz-based blend.
Blind drunk or blind?
Sure, blind bottle.
Okay, so that's the Piche Noble René Rostang 2008 Coteau de Languedoc Piche Noble Rouge. Is that long enough?
I hope so.